we're just going to do another lesson in watercolors. Before that, I'm going to introduce myself. I am Matthew. I am from Gokarna, the state called Karnataka, in the eastern side of India, southeast side of India. I'm working as a resident artist in a hotel, and I help guests to paint and draw. But more than teaching them, inspiring them in creativity is my bigger task, and I am very happy to do that. I work with a lot of people and help them to get inspired in creativity. Considering the factors of all the basics about watercolors, assuming that we all do know about the color mixing and materials needed, we'll just go into the painting. I'll start with a simple painting, as I've already instructed with 2 lessons. We'll also do another lesson of watercolor, a simple painting, how to reflect and paint sunset. I'm going to do a preliminary sketch of the landscape. I'm painting 2 cliffs. They are pointing into the center of my waterscape. So this is going to be the sunset, and this is going to be the water, and we'll paint the reflection.
Start.
I'm going to start with the yellow Cambodge in the center. The whole sheet is going to be painted with colors. And after this yellow, I'm going to use this orange. And after this orange, I'm going to use this red. And after this red, I'm going to mix blue and magenta together to give a purplish edge.
Start.
So this is the first tone of colors. I'm going to allow it to dry a little bit. So after my first tone of colors, I'm going to add a little bit brightness to the base colors, that is the background. I'm going to go for the same tone, same colors with another tone.
Start.
So this is the second layer of colors. So I'm going to let it dry for some time, then again continue with the detailing. So this is the end of the two layers of background, and I'm going to start with the cliff, painting the cliff now. So I'm going to use magenta blue on the top. I'm not going to use any kind of a color because this is going to be a silhouette most probably, because the sun is behind. So the top edge is having a purplish mauve. At the end I'm going to add burnt umber with the same color. So it's going to be light so that I can add more tones of colors.
Start.
So this is the first tone of colors for the cliff. I'm going to darken it more. At the edge I'm going to add a little dark tone of colors. The first layer is still wet, and I've started my painting my second layer so that the second tone of color bleeds into the first tone of colors, and you get different patterns and designs on its own. So this is the gift of watercolors, that you receive what water gives and use it part of your painting.
Start.
So this is the almost 50% completion of my cliff, and I'll probably paint another cliff which is behind with a very mild tone. And just painting a reflection is more of an understanding how much more you have seen in reflection. It's easier to paint the reflection. Reflection is just trying to capture the distance between the actual and the reflection, actual and the mirrored. So if there's a particular distance between them, and if you are able to capture that, then you can easily demark the original and the reflection. And I'll show you how it is. It's a very thin line, and if you look into this example, the moment my brush touched the water, There's a white wrinkle happening. Before the wrinkle happens, starts, the wave starts, there's a white form of light formation. So that's mostly needed in a reflection in painting especially. So I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to use the same colors as I've used for the cliff, but it's a little bit darker. So can you see that thin white line which I'm leaving beneath? So you need a very thin line. The bigger the line is, it's an assumption that the reflection is very far. So it's not that necessary as if you need a full continuous line. You can run into the actual also, but you need an appearance of that thin white line. So after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my brush. I'm going to wash the edges. I'm almost done with my painting. I feel like adding a little bit of details, so I'll try to show that as well. So in the front, which is very close to me, the waterscape which is very close to me, I'll paint a little bit of rocks, few rocks, which might help to give a painting a very good view. I'll use mostly 2 or 3 colors. I'm going to use an ochre. After this dark tone, I'll fill it with the ochre. A little bit of red. So that these rocks might have a little bit of life as well. I'll give a little time for this to dry and then show the reflection for this rocks as well and conclude my painting. I'm going to show the reflection for the rocks as well, the same way I showed it to the cliff. I'm going to give that thin white line. And for this I'm going to wash or just pull the colors. I'll also show you different styles of reflection, and each might depict different moods of the day, or how windy the water is, or how still the water is, how calm. So you can identify with the reflection. So these are different styles of reflection. You can see this is another. This shows a very gentle breeze, and this is a little bit more windy, and this is very soft, like it's still water, and this also mostly still water. And so if the reflection is too long, it's another kind of a windy climate. It's another kind of a windy climate, or how far you stand, or how close you are to the actual, and how your camera is tilting. It all depends on that. So with the reflection you can show, create a kind of an illusion in your painting, what you want to speak in your painting. So this is the end of my work, and this is the end of my painting. If you like it, you may like my painting. If you want, you can share it with your friends. You can comment your needs, or comment on my work, the way I present. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do it, and share it with your friends as well. I hope I'll post more of this kind of lessons or videos in the future. Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.